Hello basketball coaches and basketball players, my name is Alan from House Basketball Training, and today I'm going to show you some of my best give and go basketball plays. So hello everyone, if you're new to this channel, on this channel, well, I show you basketball plays, drills, and skills. So if you like that stuff, hit the like button and subscribe. Anyways, today I'm going to show you some give and go basketball plays. Give and goes are basically passing the ball, cutting towards the rim, and hoping that you're open for a pass and a layup. So let's get down to the clipboard and let's check these out. So obviously I'm going to show you the play itself, and then I'm going to show you the play against the defense. So this is a very simple basketball play. I personally really like it. So basically we have player 1 passing to player 3. Player 5 is going to set that screen, and player 1 is going to be cutting towards the rim. Hit him up for a pass if he's open for a layup. That would be fantastic. If not, what we're going to have is player 2 filling in player 1 spot, player 4 filling in player 2 spot, and player 1 cutting out to that free throw line extended. Player 3 is going to pass the ball to player 2. Player 2 is going to pass the ball to player 4. Player 5 is going to switch elbows or shoulders, whichever way, whatever name you want to call it, really. I call it, well, the corner of the free throw line or the shoulder, the elbow. I actually call it all three names. Wow. Anyways, player 4 will then pass the ball to player 1. Player 4 will then use player 5 as a screen and cut towards the rim, hit him up for a pass. If not, then again, this is basically a motion offense. It's very simple, very effective. Let's throw some defense against it, and let's check it out. So this would be a man-to-man defense. We have player 2 passing to player 1. Player 5 setting a back screen for player 2. If there's no switch, player 2 is going to be wide open right there. If there is a switch, well, now there's a mismatch. So we're kind of hoping that, you know, there's a switch. But basically, let's say there's no switch. We're going to have player 3 fill in that spot. Player 1 is going to pass player 3 that ball. Player 4 is going to fill. That's going to bring player 5 over. Player 2 blue is going to pop out to that 3-point line where player 4 is going to pass player 2 that ball. 5 is going to set a back screen. Player 4 is going to cut towards the rim, and he might be able to score there. Let's check this out against the zone now. So this is a 2-3 zone. We got 2 players up top, 3 players down in the bottom. Player 3 should be playing closer to the key. Player 4 should be popping a little bit farther out. Player 4 is going to pass player 2 the ball, which will then bring player 2 red over. Player 4 is then going to be cutting towards the rim. If there's no switch, if player 5 doesn't switch off and cut off, that, or player 4 does the same thing, that could be a nice lob pass in for a layup. Now, what could also happen is we could have player 4 red and player 5 guarding down on player 4 and leaving player 5 wide open for a mid-range shot. Or player 5 could roll up to the top really quickly for a 3. Of course, some centers can't shoot, but if they can, that is a very good option. And then we can swing the ball around as well. So player 3 can then fill in. That'll bring player 2 back up. We're going to have player 5 guarding 5. 1 is going to be cutting over. That's going to bring the defense out like this. Player 5 is going to come over onto this side. Player 3 is going to guard out. Player 1 is then going to cut towards the rim, and he may be open for a lob pass and layup as well. Now, like I was saying in my previous video, I am a huge fan of the triangle offense, and this is one way that I run the triangle offense. Basically, everyone knows that when you run the triangle offense, almost every single set has this to start. Player 1 passing to 4 and cutting out. However, one thing that you can really mess with the other team is instead of just cutting out, you could improvise and have player 5, once that pass goes over to player 4, player 5 could head to the high post, and player 1 could just drive towards the rim and get that layup. And that's what we're really hoping for. If you are a triangle offensive team, player 1, that's all he has to do. Pass to player 4, 5 runs up, back screens for player 1. He'll cut to the rim and pass him the ball for the layup. Now in this next play, what you can run is player 1 can now pass to player 3. Player 5 is going to set a screen on this side of player 1. We're going to have player 1 cut across the key. If he's open, hit him up. If not, he's going to clear out to this side. Player 4 is then going to be using 5 as a screen as well. He may be open. Hit him up if he is open. And player 4 is going to go to the low post. At this time, we're going to have player 5 setting a screen for player 3. Player 3 is going to drive towards the rim. 5 is going to pop up to the three-point line. And at this time, we might have player 4 open in the low post. We could have player 5 open at the three-point line. Or if player 3 continues through, he might have a hammer pass out to player 1 for the three-point shot as well. Now this offense is only good against a man-to-man defense. This will not work against the zone, so I'm not really going to show you against any kind of defense. But, like I was saying, it is good against a man-to-man defense. Now, here's a Horns basketball play that is also a give and go. And the good thing about this is it works against multiple different types of defenses. Now, this is a play that you've seen on my channel before, so again, I'm not going to throw this against any kind of defense because you've seen that before. However, what we are going to do is basically player 5 is going to pop up, player 1 is going to pass the ball to player 5, and player 1 is going to do a dribble handoff with player 5. 1 is going to continue towards the rim. Player 5 could either roll down the middle of the key or he could pop up to the three-point line. And we're going to have the wing on the opposite side cutting baseline as the defense tends to collapse on player 1, in which case we might have player 2 open, player 3 open for the 3, or player 5 at the 3, or a floater from player 5 in the middle of the key. Now, in our final play is another 5 out. Again, this is a play that's been on my channel a few times, and you've probably known this play for a long time. This is a give and go play that works really, really well, and it's just basically pass and cut. Player 1 cuts to the rim. He may be open. If he's not, whatever side he cut from, he needs to go and clear out to the same side, and this is basically one big circle, as we see here. And now what we have is now player 4 can pass to player 5 and cut towards the rim. Player 2 will then fill in. Player 4 will then fill player 2's spot. And what we're going to have is player 5 again cutting over. But now let's say player 2 has the ball, passes to player 4. He's going to cut through. Everyone fills over. And if player 4 passes to player 5, this is the tough part. We're going to have player 4, he can either run, post up. If he's not open, he could clear back out, or what I like to tell my team is to go and screen for the other player on the other side, and player 2 might be open right along the baseline the whole way across for a layup or a three-point shot when he pops out to the three-point line. Anyways, that is some of my best or favorite give-and-go basketball plays that you can run with your basketball team. If you've liked this video, hit the like button and subscribe. I do post new videos every single day, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Basketball players, are you looking to jump higher? If you are, there's a book in the description called the Jump Training Book that is going to help you just like it has helped many other players. Hello, so if you have liked this video, click over here to subscribe, or maybe over here, depending on which side I put it on. I don't know yet. Anyways, also, the opposite direction, or the opposite side, is another video you may like. So I hope to see you again in one of those next videos. Yeah.